Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the weekly review with Sean and Rock. I am Sean the King of Taurus Senior, and of course, I am joined along with.
And it's your boy Ciroc, as usual. All right. I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking I'm gonna say, but it's me. It's me. What's popping?
He's going to say Surratt the mic, and he decided not to
Yeah,
this time.
because like you can't have like that type of introduction, and then I'm just like, and it's Ciroc. Hey, like 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 it's my first day in school or something like that. Like when you transfer to like a new school when like in high school or even in grade school, right? And you're the new
Yeah.
student, and the kids from in your class, they've been there last year. Everybody know them, and the teacher do the attendance, or you gotta nowadays instead of the teacher doing attendance, they always make
Yeah.
like tell us about your summer and introduce yourself.
Yep.
And the cool kid is like, yeah, my name's Mike, but I go by Ike sometimes because I have a dog named Ike. Holla at me. I love y'all. I hope y'all had a good summer. And then like the new
I
kid
hated
will
that part
be
in school.
yeah,
Hated that
and then
part
the
in
new
school.
kid's turn, and it's like, "Hi, I'm Ciroc. Nice to meet all of you. Bye."
That was
Just
me.
sit
That
down.
was me. I'm just like, give me 4 words. I'm good. Sean,
Yeah.
I'm new here. Nice to meet
Even
you.
even now though, like if you take any classes and it's in the fall, they always like tell us something that you did this summer. I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
man! Like this is the fourth class I've had to said what I what I've done this. I'm like, why y'all want to know so bad, right?
See, I think I guess with age comes, impatience because when I get asked those
Mm-hmm.
questions now, I'm like, yeah, I didn't do anything.
So you have a family.
um, I
I
got
put a new roof
drunk.
on. Yeah,
I
like
got
I feel
drunk
like
a few times.
if you're a college professor, like you got to stop asking those questions because now like your students could be a range of ages.
Yeah, you got six
Especially
year
this
olds
summer.
in school. So
Well, I finally got out the pen. I was locked up for 3 months. And this is a work release program, and they paying for my classes. But nice to
what do
meet
you
everybody.
do? What do
Nice
you
to meet
do if
everybody.
that's the case? I mean, seriously, like if that's
Yeah.
really
See,
like what happens, like if you're that guy who just gets out of jail and
what
you're
you
like
always
they're sitting there
you.
going,
Uh-huh.
oh, I guess I got to answer this question. Do you say I was at summer camp, or do you
Yeah.
go,
Is
or do
that a
you go
thing
I was on
anymore?
vacation? I think yeah. Oh, that's still summer camps. I don't
I,
think
if you're
yeah.
the
There's still summer
teacher,
camps. There's still summer
if you're the
camps.
teacher, I feel like a teacher response would be like, don't know what pen means, but sounds amazing. Like, they put in quotation marks, don't know what the pen is, but
Yeah.
I'm glad you're with us. Like, all right. That's a great start to this class. Already
It's
on the
like,
hit
oh,
list, day
I'm
one.
already labeled. Yeah, I'm already labeled.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
God. But yeah, man.
yeah.
It's the
Speaking of
22nd, man.
how, speaking of how things went, it is the 22nd. So, how was your weekend, and how was your superpower 21st?
Oh, well, the weekend was very miserable, very cold, and very lonely. All right, maybe not lonely. That last part, I think I just added on there, but no, it was straight. It was work was kind of slow. I mean, those of us that are here in Florida or in Tampa specifically, as of last Thursday, they kind of reinstated the mandate to wear masks as far as like if you're in a restaurant and you got to be sitting at a table, you can't. Because I work at a bar, so it's like majority of our business are people coming up to the bar and being able to walk and mingle and do all that stuff. So yeah, they
But
go ahead.
but I heard on that even though our mayor Castor, even though Mayor
Hmm.
Castor said, you know, mask mandate, DeSantis came out and said, if you get a citation, you don't have to pay it because I'm not going to enforce it.
Listen, that's a fight between them. I don't care. I'm just listening to what my managers told me. But yeah, I mean, we were pissed, man, because it's like we well, I'll say this. I definitely appreciate and am thankful for that. Where we at that we're even at least open because I know 90% of the country is still on tight lockdown or are
Yeah.
struggling way worse than we are. So yeah, I don't want to sound like I don't appreciate that, but you know going from very lax rules and then us starting to kind of rev back up and make some money, more money, and then all of a sudden it's like you know they don't even tell you that they about to vote anyway. It's just an article hits the news And next thing you know, you got the code enforcement coming around, giving you a heads up, like, hey, these are the new rules. You got to enforce. And it's just like, boom, like your money just get cuts in half like that,
Yeah.
and everybody's pissed. And I understand. So I don't know. Like, it is what it is. It's
Well,
better than not working.
if someone there gets COVID again, will you guys shut? How does that work now? Do you guys shut down?
I don't know. I think if anybody hacked at this point, people are probably so fed up. Like, I feel like if they had COVID, they probably wouldn't even say anything.
Probably
They would
not.
just
I think it's that
they
point.
probably would show all the symptoms and just be like, nah, it's fine. I'm like eyes bleeding, like, nah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. Coughing up blood. I'm fine.
Diarrhea of the mouth.
Yeah.
Just
Huffing and puffing. I'm fine. It's okay. I am fine. It just has like somebody take him to the hospital. But
hey,
yesterday
that might have been like the lady who got on the plane with her
Mhm.
husband, who unfortunately her husband passed away, but they didn't tell anyone that he had COVID.
And they knew
That
he had it.
oh yeah, he definitely
it?
had it. Oh yeah, he definitely had it. Got on the plane, people giving the CPR.
Damn.
It was yeah, and no one until they were giving him CPR. Actually, it wasn't even until then. It was until they actually landed that she said, "Yeah, we said that we took the test and we were COVID free. We signed the paper stating so, but that was all a lie. Yeah, that was all a lie.
Nobody believes. Like, yeah, I'm COVID free. Like, wow, everybody in this airport is COVID free. Apparently, like that is a lie. But that's a sucky place to have issues. Like planes are like, yeah, there's always the fear of plane crashing, which is very very rare to happen. But like, you ever like get really drunk before like a flight?
Oh yeah.
And then like you realize like, damn, this is probably the worst place to feel like crap. 30,000 feet in the air with limited space and the pressure constantly dropping.
No, see, not in my well, it depends on how drunk you are, because there's levels of drunk. There's level to drunk. So when I say I was drunk getting on a plane, so I was doing TDY stuff in the army, so I was flying everywhere. And I flew to Texas, and on the way to Texas, I'm like, well, I've got an hour before this plane, or I got to board this plane. I'm already here. I guess I might as well get a drink.
Yep.
Because I was on a per diem, so I was getting paid, and they were paying for my food. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a drink. So I'm sitting there knocking them back, and it's just me. The guy I was supposed to fly with wasn't there yet, so it's just me, and I'm just knocking them back because I already know. Because the plan was, once I got to Texas, I was supposed to get off, catch a cab, go to this. I already had the hotel set up, so I go straight to the hotel, check in, and then the rest of the day was mine. So my whole plan was to get to Texas, check in, hit a bar. That was
you in a flying bar right now.
Yeah, I was already, so I drunk a few. I drank a few.
But have you ever like been to the point where like you felt like you got too drunk right beforehand? Like,
see, that's what I'm getting to. Because see, I wasn't to that point. I didn't think I was to that point. I thought I was fine. I walked to the plane, I boarded it. I thought I was fine. It wasn't until I sat in the seat and the person sat down next to me was this woman, somewhat attractive, but that wasn't really the case. The case was, it was a woman, and she turned and looked at me, and I heard, and you know how you can hear a person breathing sometimes?
Yeah.
She went. I'm like, oh, I bet you I reek. And then it hits you. Like, oh wait, did I really just drink all that? And then the buzz catches up. That delayed buzz reaction. You're like, oh,
because you can't really do anything. You just sit there.
Oh yeah,
you're think about why you did that.
You're stuck on a 2-hour flight.
Yeah. Or like, I remember one time I had to puke. We were coming back from Chicago.
Man. Oh wow.
And it was me and Paige, and she was kind of drunk too, but she like got drunk and fell asleep. And I was just on the plane like, I'm not puking. Like, I was literally having a internal Floyd Mayweather fight inside my own body. Like, yo, you are not gonna puke on this plane. You are not. And the whole time it's like, please fall asleep. I'm thinking in my head to myself, like, just get tired, fall asleep, you'll wake up. Man, I don't know how I made it. Luckily it was like an hour and a half flight. And once we landed, I was just nothing but
right to the
dehydration.
Right.
No, I didn't even puke.
You didn't even once you landed it?
No, because it's like a threshold you got to get past.
Oh,
You
so
know,
you cross, yeah, you cross that
once you can
threshold.
cross that,
Yeah,
it's like if you got the spins and you
but
just like, all right,
you were tired as fuck after that. Though.
right.
What? Yeah.
And then like my pride was like, bro, if you puke on this plane, you're gonna be banned from American Airlines forever. I'm like, shit. Shit. I can't afford to be banned. So get it together. But man, that was rough, man. Definitely don't drink before you get in the air because it can get messy.
I see. I can't say that. I can't because I'm still going to be one of those guys that
all right, I'm gonna see you on
because I love to
the
fly. I love to fly, and one of the best parts of flying is when I'm not the one driving, which means I
listen,
can have a few drinks.
just don't become a meme. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be that top story.
You
Well, at
know,
least you hear about that guy that threw up on a plane.
I don't know how
Everyone.
you can make it 20 years without becoming a meme. That's what I mean.
That's one of my
I
biggest
mean,
fears.
I'm just saying, if you think at some point in time, you're going to become a meme. I mean, think there's a lot of days in 20. We're trying to pick that 20-year mark is because that's 20 years
if you're
is a
good,
long time.
well, there's good memes. You could be like that one guy who's always like,
yeah, see,
yeah, that's a good meme. Like, right? He
Yeah.
wins that one. But you don't want to be like the oh god, what's a bad meme?
What was that woman that had she's got that skunk face? She's like,
I tell you what, you don't want to be like the Karen meme with the lady on the phone.
Yeah. Oh no.
You don't want that to be you.
You don't want to be able to assign a nickname to your meme.
Yeah.
It has an actual name.
Like
if it's something catchy like Skippy, then okay, it'll fade away. But if it's something like you're Karen, that has stuck for years.
Was that her actual name?
No.
Oh. Damn, that sucks. That sucks. Can you sue somebody for that? Like, if your name is Karen and it's just like debilitated your like career and you had nothing to do with anything. You're nice. You're actually a nice person. But then like you go to an interview and I see Karen. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh, your name's Karen?
You're overqualified. I'm sure, which I'm sure you know for this position.
So you say that you've never called the cops on anyone, but your name's Karen.
Don't even know the number. Don't even know the number.
Oh, well, it says right here, sir. I'm sorry, ma'am, that people named Karen have called the cops at least 900 times today. So that had to be at least you once.
Yeah, the Karen department. Not police department anymore. It's called the Karen department. What's the one for the guy? It's a new one now, right?
Oh, there's one for the guy now? I didn't know
I don't think that one's as caught on or catchy, but it was
Bob.
I don't know.
Robert.
Will? No.
No, it's gotta be like a name that says
Jake, maybe Jacob.
Jake.
John?
Jake would be a good one. Jake would be a good one.
Jake would be a good one. I don't know.
See, Jake from State Farm.
They're all nice guys.
And you got Jake from State Farm, so you can't really take the Jake one.
I don't know. We'll figure that one out.
Yeah.
But you did ask me yesterday. If those of you that do not know, which I don't expect you to know, but today's 22nd. That means yesterday was the 21st. And it's this hypeness going around. And apparently, I didn't get the memo. Black people have superpowers on the 21st?
Apparently, I guess because of Kwanza or something.
Kwanza?
I don't,
What is that? Well, I mean, I know what it is, but what is that?
That's what everyone. Okay. So I practiced Kwanza as a kid. It's something my mother had us do. I don't know anything about it. And I did it for years. And I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it celebrated right around Christmas. And it's like either before or after Christmas. And it's celebrated kind of the same way. And then you have to read a story about the history of Africa or African something. I don't remember. I just know that we had to do it for many years and never figured out why. To this day, I never figured out why.
It says, I don't know if this is true, but according to Google, and then the people also asked section, I don't know if that's credible. It says, what is Kwanzaa and how is it celebrated? Which is what I'm asking. Kwanzaa is a week-long celebration held in the United States that honor African heritage and African American culture. Celebrations often include singing and dancing, storytelling, poetry reading, African drumming, and feasting. Dr. Karinga created 7 guiding principles to be discussed during the week of Kwanzaa. So this is So we just made
Okay,
this up
so
pretty much.
pretty much. And here's the thing: is that you know, so the way Google put it out there sounds a lot better than the way that because Google wasn't around when I was a kid, so we got it out of a book, and out of a book, it doesn't sound quite as you know streamlined as that because you just read like what 2 paragraphs, a paragraph maybe.
Yeah.
We had to get this out of a book, a book that thick that we had to figure out all this Kwanzaa stuff out of. So
And it's
yeah.
not,
I
it's
mean,
just
don't get me wrong. It sounds cool. Feasting, dancing, singing, poetry. That
it's
sounds
literally
great. But you
Black
got to
History
find a
Month,
place.
for a week.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I don't know.
Who made this up?
If they were to have, and I'm sure they have larger celebrations in other parts of the country, but here in the South, there's not a large celebration of it, where I've lived anyway. So you don't have like a big understanding of what Kwanzaa is. I mean,
Yeah.
I would.
Well, it's like
If you tell me we're having a dance party for African Americans to celebrate Kwanzaa in the middle of Tampa, I'm like, oh,
what? Yeah. What's the
okay.
difference with that? Just the
And
regular dance party.
but then you say,
that
oh,
we
well,
have.
we're gonna have food and so poetry reading, all this other stuff. I'm like, oh, well, then I'm gonna show up. You gotta have food. You gotta have
That
food
sound like
and all that stuff.
listen. That sound
Yeah,
like a
I'm gonna come.
barbecue. A barbecue
Sounds like a
style.
barbecue.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
that's a
barbecue.
tailgated event. Like we
Yeah, it
got
sounds like a
food,
barbecue.
we got beer, we got music, we're gonna be dancing. Like, is this Kwanzaa or is this a tailgate? It was a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. Oh man. Yeah, I guess it starts the
So what was your
26th.
what was your superpower? What was
My
your superpower?
superpower? Man, that's a good question. Well, I thought it was being able to get everything for free. And that's not true
No.
because I went to the mall yesterday, which is the worst week to go to the mall, by the way, this week.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And first
I
I
gotta
tried to go to
go
the West Shore Mall, which is like the smaller version to where it'll probably be demolished in a couple of years, who knows.
Yeah.
And couldn't find what I was looking for. Then I went to International Mall, which I mean basically too many people in there.
Yeah.
Went to, I parked at a little Nordstrom's and don't go through, like, I went through Nordstrom's and I didn't, like, I was looking for something. Okay, one thing I hate about Nordstrom's, I wish their employees would like wear uniforms. I didn't know who worked here and who didn't.
Yeah.
And they had, and I sat there, I'm like looking for name tags. Like, does anybody work or they just take, and that's when I thought like maybe this is my superpower to where like it's just a free for all and I just can just grab whatever I want and and not be worried. But I finally found someone, and of course his name tag is like the size of a toothpick. You can't even see it. And
it's gold, so when the lights hit it, you can't read it.
Yeah. And it's like, you guys, this is the holiday season. Like, these are the easiest sales you will ever make in your life. People are literally coming to give you money. And, and back to my superpower. So I went there, and the powers didn't work there. So then I went to another store. Nah, man, I had to pay for everything I wanted to get. And I was kind of disappointed, a little bit. Maybe my superpower was something else. Maybe my superpower was avoiding accidents or being able to drink and not feel that terrible the next day. I don't know. Is that a superpower? Or is that just be irresponsible?
that'd be a superpower in my book. I mean, the ability to go no hangover. Yeah, there you go.
No hangover, but I'm still broke. What was your superpower yesterday?
My superpower was the fact that I went through 2 days of no sugar effects whatsoever.
No sugar?
No sugar effects whatsoever.
Sugar in 2 days?
Oh no, not the no sugar. I'm saying my body. You know how we call diabetes sugar. We don't actually call it diabetes. We call it sugar.
Oh, so 2 days in a row, nothing.
2 days in a row, no spikes, no craziness, no nothing. And so anyone who watches our last show, you might be able to tell that I was a little off. I was a little off our last show.
Is that like your sugar? Like, so I don't know much about diabetes at all.
Yeah.
But like, it's a spike in the sugar in your blood, or is it like a drop?
Well, see, that's the thing, because I don't eat a lot of sugar. It's a lot of it's a lot of the drops for me.
Okay,
and so I'll end up in the spike. It can kind of actually go either way. You can spike up or spike down.
Okay,
it's kind of funny. You have to stay in this small little window. Yeah, it's a small little window, and that's where you're supposed to stay at, which is
so you pretty much got to monitor that all the time.
All the time, and it's hard to monitor it when you're asleep, because you're asleep.
Why don't they just make food that's like diabetic friendly to where like it'll keep you
It's
like
disgusting.
stable. Is it?
It's disgusting. I've tried
Where's
it,
this
and
toothpaste?
it's not even a lot out there. Like,
Right.
and what's worse is if you're diabetic, they tell you that you have to have sugar. But I don't
That's like a
like
kid's
sugar.
dream.
But no, as a kid, yeah. But as an adult who doesn't really eat
That's
sugar,
true. Imagine
you're
though being a
like,
kid and you need sugar. Like, bring on the donuts. Bring them over here. Over here. Yep.
yeah,
And
yeah,
cupcakes.
yeah.
Let me get that
Oh,
cookie
yeah.
right there, please.
Krispy Kreme, what?
Yeah, we actually bought a Krispy Kreme. No. But then there's also the opposite effect, right? Some people don't
Yeah,
need. Some people
some
don't need sugar.
right.
Or is that wrong?
Well, no, that's wrong. That's the thing. It's you. Well, there's type 1, there's type 2. I have type 2, which is they say is it's the one that you get if you eat too much sugar, you don't exercise, or if you just have bad luck genes. I'm the bad luck genes guy.
Okay. Okay.
But there's 1,000 different ways to get it. It's prevalent, of course, in our culture and in African Americans. It's huge in African
Is that because of
Americans.
food? Why is that?
It's not because of food that we eat now. It's because of food that our people ate long ago, and that's carried over in our systems and all that stuff. And so now it's genetic now because it's was in there so long.
So how do you even know if you have like what happens? How do you know? How do you find out?
Well, you're supposed to prick your finger. You're supposed to prick your finger and do all these steps. You know, there's not even a lot of steps.
Yeah, but like say like
you prick your finger, you put in a little device that tells you, hey, your sugar is like 120 or 90 or something like that. But
make that actually water, please.
But you also can tell by like the way your body feels. So back to last week's show. So last week's show, you know, we did the show and you did you had a great show. I was a little off. I still did my job. You know, I still brought it a little bit, but you know, I knew I was off. I hadn't pricked my finger or anything, but my mind was foggy, so I couldn't.
Oh damn, that's what be happening.
Yeah, so my mind was foggy, so I could. That's why some of my questions were a little off, maybe a little. Take a little bit to come up. Pretty much.
Like, what?
Exactly.
You very man. Like what?
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to monitor
and then
every day.
My lips go numb. It's a whole thing. Your body feels like it's crashing. It's a whole thing. And come to find out, my sugar was on like 70 or something that day, so it was really low.
That's insane.
Because I don't eat sugar. It's one of those stupid things.
Can you ever is there like I don't know, like a cure? I guess I don't know how that works.
It's not, and that's the thing. So I'd ask the same question, and because you know you follow the same suit as always working out, always trying to stay at least in shape until I had my whole heart issue anyway. You think, hey, as long as I can work it, I can beat this, and that's what I asked my doctor. I said, hey, so I got diabetes. How do I beat it? They said, well, you don't beat it. It's there forever. Said,
no. So it's nobody that's just like, yeah, I used to have diabetes, so I beat that shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not one of the people who accepts that you can't do something. That's just not me. Right. So I'm on the point of, you know, doing everything I can to beat it. COVID messed it up quite a bit, but you know, it's got me to the point where even though I've been stuck here, you know, I'll do a lot of push-ups now, a lot of squats here in the house, you know, and it's helped, but it's also hurt. It hurt my plan, but it helped me saying, okay, well, you know what? You're stuck here. All you can do is push-ups, pop out 100 or push-ups.
Hey, calisthenics, man. I'm telling you. Like you don't need a gym. You just need willpower. That's it. Yeah. That's really it.
And you know, you lose weight, you know, and that's one of the things you got to make sure you lose weight. I mean, if you have a medical thing, you know, go through your medical thing, and that's your medical thing. You got to get back on it and do what you can to lose weight or whatever else you got to do.
Yeah, you might need some superpowers for real.
Hey, I think I already do. I think I already have superpowers. You know why I think I already have superpowers? Because of all the crap I've been through, and I'm still sitting here looking sexy as hell.
All right, big player. All right, big dog. I see you. Well, so you might even get even sexier with how much money we supposed to get?
$600. $600. They cut it in half. Not only.
Listen, cases double, and they cut our money in half.
That's what I was going to say. Exactly, man. That's gonna be my catchphrase. Exactly. That's my new catchphrase. Exactly. When something's
I mean,
stupid, I
I'll
would say
take it.
exactly.
I'll take it. I don't even really, honestly, like, I kind of forgot about the whole stimulus thing. You know, like it wasn't like I wasn't watching the news like hoping, oh, hope Congress passes this one. Like, nah. I mean, I don't. It's
But
better than nothing, I guess.
who really did? I mean, because now that I'm on Twitter a lot more for our show and all that. Good
Mhm.
job with the Twitter thing this morning. That was funny. With the
Yeah, I'll
with
be
the
trying.
with the skydiving the ears thing. That was mwah, great. That was great. But so I'm on Twitter, all that stuff, and you see people all year long complaining about the stimulus check, and they have every right to complain. Every single right to complain.
Yeah, 1,200 wasn't enough. I
12
I
wasn't
say
enough.
1,200 would probably be enough now, but it definitely wasn't enough back
No,
then.
but after 3 months, you got to say to yourself, "Well, these idiots don't care, don't give a crap about us. They don't give a shit about us. So then I'm going to do my thing, and then hopefully they'll give us some money eventually."
Mhm.
That's how you had to play it, and a lot of people did play it that way. But if you go on Twitter, you would think no one played it that way. You would think that they all just stay pinned to the news like 24/7
Yeah,
saying
like you
every
gotta
day,
eventually
"Where's my
like,
stimulus check? Where's my stimulus check? Where's my stimulus
yeah,
check?"
you can't rely on them. No, you can't rely on them for not much anything. But like
Mm,
assume that stimulus check is that's a gift. That's
yeah.
grandma giving you some holiday money. And honestly, 600. That's oddly just enough to get the new PS5. That's what I really think they're trying to do.
Oh wow, it is just enough,
90.
but you
I
can't
guarantee
find
that.
one. You can't find one anywhere though.
Listen, I guarantee if the PS5s were as prevalent as they should be, and we got a $600 stimulus check, I guarantee you 80% of the people who get the check going straight to Best Buy and getting a PS5 or Xbox. I'm telling you,
Me,
that's all we
I use
want.
I use it on PS5 all day long.
I almost think instead of stimulus checks, if they was just like, all right, everybody gets a PS5. I'm all right.
We're just gonna go ahead and give Sony and Microsoft your money because that's what you're gonna do with it
That's what you're gonna do
anyway. Here you
anyway.
go.
We're gonna save you the trouble and just go ahead and deliver that PS5 to you.
all you gotta do is go online, check a block. Do you want
Yep.
Xbox or
Listen,
PS5? That's it. That's all you gotta do,
listen.
and we'll have it in the mail for you.
Everybody, it would be like America's move, all time happy. Like they gonna look back 30 years from now, the future's like, what happened in 2020? It was a pandemic, but that last December month for some reason, everybody got real happy. Like, well, Call of Duty.
Sony's stock went through the roof. I
What
mean, so did
happened?
Microsoft. Wow. 330 million Americans all of a sudden have Xboxes and PlayStation.
Yeah.
What?
You welcome. You welcome, America. Thinking about you. Thinking about you. We knew we've been holding. That's why. Why do you think we've been waiting till December? We was waiting for that drop. We was waiting for that.
And then you have the homeless guy on the street. You be driving by, right? You see the homeless guy on the street, and you see a little TV. And like, how's that homeless guy got a TV? What's he got a thing plugged up to? And also you see the white controller in his hand. Dude. And so instead of him being out the street holding his sign, going, help me give me some money, he's over there underneath the bridge going, mother
need
die,
TV,
die.
need TV for PS5, please.
Yeah.
No money, no food. I don't care about any of that stuff. I need TV for PS5.
So then you come up to the guy, you go, hey, I'll give you a TV for your PS5. You give me a PS5, I'll give you a TV. The guy be like,
nope,
shit.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
The guy look at you like you're crazy.
Do homeless people get stimulus checks?
They should.
I guess anybody with social security number get one, right? Or
I think you have to pay in the social security to get one. But I mean, honestly, I think they should get it. I think they should get it, honestly. Get it. Because
everybody should get it.
Yeah.
Except for that YouTube kid who made $29.5 million. The number one most paid YouTuber in 2020 is 9 years old. That's insane. He can't even drive or do trigonometry. Oh my god, I was reading an article and it's like, and he does he started off doing, I mean, I ain't hating on the kid, make your money, dog. But he does the unboxings. That's so, like, it's not weird to me, but it was weird to me at first. But like, I mean, I guess like even gaming streaming is kind of weird. I mean, you're watching someone else play a game that you already probably own.
Okay, so let's go to the gaming streaming. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let's take this whole thing because it's really is a whole lot to unpack here. So start with the kid. You got the kid. It wasn't the kid's idea to review these toys online. That was the
Right.
parents' idea.
Yeah, it's parents' idea.
The parents' idea said, "Hey, we've got this kid, and all we got to do is
But he started at 3. Like, what were the parents? I mean, I guess they were like probably
oh
buying like baby toys or something.
yeah, all we got to do is put in front of the camera, put some toys in front of them, call it a day. That's it." And they did that, and now all of a sudden, everyone said, "Oh, this kid's reviewing all these toys." Not, "Oh, these parents are making this kid review all these toys." It's these
Yeah.
kids are reviewing all these toys, and wait, he's so cute. I like it.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
yeah,
buy
he's a
these
cute
toys for
kid.
my kid. I'm
He is
like,
a cute
but
kid.
everyone's kids, well, okay, not everyone's kids. Most people's kids are cute, especially at that age. I mean, come on, from 1 to like 5, kids are cute. I mean, they're cute. They're pretty much innocent, you know. So anyone could have done it. It was just these people did it first and did it stylistically enough to where people could say, "Hey, I want my kid to have it." But now this kid, how much did he make last year?
Nearly 30 million.
Yeah, $30 million.
29.5.
30, and he's not even 10.
It's called Ryan's World.
Yeah, not even 10 years old yet. So how do you make $30 million a year when you're not even 10 years old and you're not on TV? You know,
People like you, I
your whole
guess.
thing is YouTube. That's
Yeah,
it.
he it says 30 million a year from unboxing and
Yeah.
reviewing toys and games. Like, I don't understand it. Like, if I'm a kid, like, and I'm watching some other kid unbox a toy, and like, I'm just gonna take his advice, like, yo, you guys don't play with this. Like,
I know, right? He's like,
okay.
but then all of a sudden you're looking at the thing going, "That's my GI. I wanted that GI Joe. That's the one I
Yeah.
picked. That's the one I picked in the book. I don't care what he says. That's the one I want."
Like, you don't want to play with this or wear this or like, I don't
And
know,
you know how
man.
kids are. Kids are quick to say, "No, I want to do it," and they'll
Yeah,
fight
kids
over it.
honest. They take back
Yeah,
to it for real. That's
exactly.
insane, man.
So,
He
but
actually has. Go ahead.
and then to bring that. Oh no, go ahead. You say he has what?
No, I was gonna say he actually has 9 other channels that his
9.
I obviously I assume his parents manage, and
We're doing good with 1.
he's getting his own TV series on Nickel. Like, this dude, I am
Nickelodeon.
patient. I'm like
Yeah,
jealous
yeah.
of this child influence. I'm like, bro, like, can I just hold like even
And I
25
bet,
of that 29.5 million you got?
and I'll guarantee that Nickelodeon contract is gonna be nice because
Yeah.
he didn't need Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon wanted him. They came to him and said, "Hey, we want you on Nickelodeon." So instead of him signing those contracts that basically like screw over the artist or or in this case the influencer, this time he's like, "Hey, not him, his parents. Like, no, we're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna keep all our rights, but we are gonna come on your show."
Yeah.
And do it. They did it the smart way. And that's what people are saying. People are saying, "Yeah, I do it the smart way." Now you make your own, you build up your own following, your own
That's
whatever in
like,
your industry. And then when they come to you, now you are on a level playing field versus I'm coming having to say, "I need you," not saying, "Well, no, I don't need you, but I want to work with you." Is a
yeah.
partnership type deal then.
These
But going to go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, I didn't know like these guys are making this much. Like, it has like a top 10 list,
Yeah,
and
exactly. So there's these influencers, not to cut you off, but before you go into it, because it's what I was going to get into. So there's all these different channels on YouTube for like video games and all those things called like Twitch and all that.
Mhm.
There's a couple series my son watches. One's called DOJ Cops, whatever, and it's a GTA role play thing, right? That's
Mhm.
all it's GTA 5 role play. That's it.
Oh, they
This
do like
guy gets
voiceovers.
not really a voice. They actually are. They basically do a GTA Online offline
Uh
and
huh.
do a whole script to it. It's a whole like you might as well call it a TV series, pretty much out of
Okay.
GTA.
I think I've
And
actually seen that.
well, the guy gets like 1 million views almost every single video he has. It's a group of them. I watched it. I'm like, this is actually kind of interesting. I'm like this guy, because the guy actually put in the
I'm
work to
hooked.
write to write a script. he actually wrote a script and actually put in the work to do it. It wasn't just like two people get out and say, "Hey, let's just do this," and base. You could tell they actually put in some work to actually make it entertaining.
Yeah,
But all this comes
like
from just playing video games, though. That's all comes from playing video games. And going to what you're saying, how much are these guys getting paid now? You were saying you got like a top 10.
Man, so the kid is number one with $29.5 million, and then you got a Mr. Beast. I don't even know who that is. Makes $24 million. Jimmy Donaldson, I guess is his real name. And then you got Dude Perfect, which I know who Dude Perfect is.
I've heard
they
of Dude
made
Perfect. Yeah,
23 mil. Rhett and Link.
What?
I
DraftKings. I bet you they got that 23 mil because of the whole DraftKings thing.
Yep. And then Rhett and Link, they made 20 million. Markipliers. I don't even know what the hell. Never heard of them. 19.5 million. Preston Arcement, 19 million. Nastaya is a 6-year-old. Damn, these kids are making bank. And then Blippy, 17 million. David Dorbrick, 24-year-old, known for his stunts. All right, so this dude's wilding. And then number 10, Jeffrey. Yeah, like I'm not about to do what he's doing. Jeffrey Lynn Steinger. Butchering these names. 15 million. He's a former singer who quit the stage to film makeup. He does makeup tutorials.
I know, right? All he's doing is sitting in front of the camera, putting on makeup and telling you what he's doing.
Yeah,
and he's making 15 million a year.
He's putting Macy's out of business, and what's the other stuff that the girls have the party? The Mary Kay party.
Mary Kay party.
Yeah, the hair, the makeup, like, and this dude is just like, listen, ladies, let me show you how to really do it.
Yeah, let me show you what happens. And isn't it funny that they're getting the tips and the ideas from men? Even if they're trans men or whatever, they're still getting the ideas from men. Versus, you would think that a woman.
Because I feel like a guy would tell you, like, legit, like, we'll tell a girl he don't. Well, I don't know.
I think they're doing it because a guy has to try. If a guy is going to be trans, I think he has to try really hard. He got to be really covered because neither one's.
Oh, yeah, he got to know it. He got to be A1. Even guys who like dress up in drag and all that stuff, like you gotta be so convincing that a normal dude would have to like question, like, wait a minute,
like have to look twice to make sure you are.
Like,
you are. Yeah.
And if you're really good, normal dude would even like, until then she whipped out. I was like, what?
Because think about makeup and what women look like up until I'm gonna say 2011, 2012. Probably like 2012, when they kind of came out where all of a sudden everything changed, or influencers and all this.
When all these apps and Instagram stuff came out, it's like, well, I would say once they put cameras on a phone, that's when that changed the game.
Yeah, that changed the game. And then you had instead of a woman. Oh, at first you did have a couple women. They were the standout stars saying, "Hey, you do this, you may do that, you make up." But now most of them are men. A lot of them are men.
Men, and even with hairdressers, men are the best hairdressers.
Yeah,
like if you ever trust me, go. Well, I'm not saying they're the best, but it seems like they compete well with their counterpart. And I know the thing is, most people think women are great
hair,
whatever you call it. I don't know the
beauticians.
name.
Beautician.
But most the top tier ones are always the dudes.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a funny thing how that seems to work.
Because it's like it's easier. Sometimes I feel like it's easier to like do something. Okay, how do I say this? Okay, forget. I'm not even gonna say what I thought I was gonna say.
Well, so I think it's one of the things. So, because talk about men who dress up in drag, or the trans people as well, is they have made it to where they can sculpt their face so well with makeup that it looks completely different than who they actually look like, without the makeup.
Master of disguise.
Now women have done the same thing starting around 2011, 2012. And so now you have guys who are literally going out with women who they really don't know what they look like, because
my girlfriends, my guy friends, my friends, these people were going out together.
It's happened because there's
Like,
plenty of videos online, and I've even seen it in person because I didn't think the videos were as accurate as they really are. But there's plenty of videos online of women, they have the makeup on and then they take off the makeup, and you're like, whoa.
yeah. Like, whoa, what happened to your friend?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just you, the same person?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing, though. Like,
Exactly.
you get to the point where, like, the people look so different than. I just wish people would just be comfortable in their own skin. And if
Yeah.
that means, like, you want to wear makeup, fine, so be it. But, like, you know,
Don't make yourself who you're not. That's
yeah.
always been my.
Don't take a
I mean,
passport picture to where, like, if you didn't have your makeup on, you wouldn't be able to get back in the country.
yes, yes, yeah.
Wait, this is not
Because
you. I'm sorry.
you know you're not about to spend 4 hours on makeup the next time you got to jump on a plane. That's not going to happen. You're going to put on your pajamas. You're going to put on a t-shirt. A lot of them aren't even going to put on underwear because I don't know why. And you're going to take your butt, get on that plane, and you're going to try to go to like Japan or Germany or something. They're like, this ain't you.
It's not you at all.
This person has brown eyes. You have blue. This person
like,
has cheeks. You have no cheeks. No cheeks on
cheeks.
you.
Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you have a beard.
Yeah.
Oh man, but you know, shout out to the YouTubers you're out there, and hell, we're YouTubers, I guess. But you know, hopefully, I always tell people, YouTube is the new like TV. Like, there's no.
It is.
I'm not just saying from my perspective, just because I don't really watch TV much, but it doesn't seem like, working at a bar, obviously, I meet a lot of people, and I hear a lot of pointless conversations, but I never hear conversations about, hey, did you see that series that's on TV? No, it's either on Netflix, it's on YouTube, it's streaming, something. Like, nobody is really, into, well, at least it doesn't seem like they're like watching cable TV.
Yeah.
Besides sports, as much as it used to be. So.
Yeah. I mean, there's on actual TV. I'm trying to think. The Neighborhood, which I don't actually watch it when it comes on TV. I watch it on the CBS thing. It's got Cedric the Entertainer in it. That's,
okay.
He was my draw in it. Had he not been in the show, I probably would never watched it. It's a normal network show. It's not even cable. It's not to the extremes of cable. It's this normal network. And so it's funny, but it's sitcom funny,
Right.
So I mean you have Cedric bringing his talents to it, but you don't have him bringing all Cedric Entertainer to the table, because of all the restrictions.
Right.
And as far as
that's another thing, like, you're kind of censored on what you can say and do, on national networks, but Netflix, they don't censor anything. YouTube, I mean, YouTube does to an extent, but like, you gotta.
They're a lot looser than network.
Yeah. You're not gonna get fined by what is it, the
FCC?
Fines people for shit. I don't know, but yeah, man. No, I was gonna. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna go back to it, just saying, dang,
what?
I lost what I was gonna say.
It
happens. It does happen. But so
what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I just lost my train of
sugar
thought.
thing dropping again.
No, I'm good. Actually, I'm good. I just lost it because I was looking at this article about Letitia Wright. Yeah, I was looking at this article about Letitia Wright. That's why I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
That was my sidetrack. But so speaking of Letitia Wright, do you know who she is?
Yes and no.
Yes.
I mean, like, if I see her face, I would know who she was. But I'm bad with names.
Okay. So Letitia Wright is the sister, princess.
She's a princess.
She's a princess in the movie Black Panther.
Yes, I know who she is. Right. Wow. So, and we literally had this discussion right before, and somehow I still forgot.
Hey, it plays for the masses. It works for the masses. So,
am I sweating? Because my face is greasy as hell right now.
Oh, don't even. I got moisturizer on my face, man. It's like I'm all shiny. Look how shiny I am. I'm like glowing.
Yeah, my face is shining.
But
is our superpowers running like on CPT? Do we technically get them today? Because it was probably late yesterday.
that might have happened. That might
start beasting.
Man. So Letitia Wright. So she was supposed to take up the mantle of Black Panther after the untimely death of Chadwick Boseman.
Mm-hmm.
Always loved Chadwick, and that was always in play. That was always going to be how it was supposed to be. From day one, that's just how the comic is written. Well, apparently she sent out some tweets saying some dislikable, is that a word? Unlikable words, unlikable standings when it comes to the COVID vaccine. She was not a proponent of it. She is against it, and even put out some controversial terms. I couldn't actually find, if you can, that'd be great, but I couldn't actually find what she exactly said.
Is L-A-T?
Letitia. And so after her tweets went out, Marvel and kind of put her on, like, not the back burner, but kind of put her on timeout. Say, well, now we have to kind of decide if we're going to want you or if we want M'Baku to be the new Black Panther, because Disney's not trying to have too much controversy around any of their films. I mean, look what they did with James Gunn with Guardians of the Galaxy. He had a little controversy. They're like, you got to go. They fired him. He went and did a movie for DC, knocked it out the park. So they're like, no, you got to come on back. Can't find it. I can't find what she exactly said either.
I think she blocked me.
Okay, I couldn't find exactly what she said, but no, she actually deleted her Twitter. She deleted her Twitter account after all this went away. Okay. It's this is from, I'm actually going to read the article here real quick. This is from Giant Freaking Robot article, whatever, but it's everywhere. Letitia Wright in trouble with Marvel after controversial tweets. Letitia Wright had some explaining to do to Marvel Studios over the weekend. The execs there weren't happy with the controversial tweets their Black Panther actors sent out regarding COVID vaccinations. She's been accused of spreading what some see as disinformation around the topic. Marvel hasn't released any official statement about the actress' social media yet, but apparently there were some behind the scenes conversations expressing their displeasure.
I know Marvel, like the execs at Marvel, got to be like, God damn it, give me your phone.
I know, right?
Phones now, everybody phones. Put them on the table. Put them on the table. Shit.
Will you guys stop? Just stop.
All I
just
said
erase
was,
it all.
Stop. Nobody tweets. Nobody tweets. Don't tweet. Don't chirp. Don't bark. Nothing. All right.
You can like stuff.
Phones.
You can like stuff. Like it.
Yeah,
just put a little like on it and then keep it moving. Keep it moving. You don't have to say shit.
Yeah. Or like, why can't they just be honest and be like, "Oops, my bad." That's not acceptable anymore for mistakes. Damn, my bad. I missed that one. Oops.
Yeah, you can't.
I was pissed. I had a little bit too much.
Whatever happened to my bad? Why can't you say my bad anymore? My bad was all encompassing. It was, this is all my fault. It was everything. It's all.
Yeah.
Can't even say my bad more. Now you got to put out like a whole statement saying I did this wrong. This is why I did it wrong.
It's
no one cares.
I want to sincerely apologize for my statements. What does that say again? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
My PR guy wrote this. Give me a second. I got But damn. Black Panther,
so now that's how
until next year, right?
Because I think a lot of productions got shut down due to COVID. A lot of productions went down because of COVID. Even there was one movie. What was the name of that movie? Can't see. I was actually looking at it earlier, but there was another Marvel movie that got put on hold. I think it might have been Guardians of the Galaxy or something because of COVID. They're like, nope, we gotta put you on the back burner for a little while now. But it does suck, doesn't it? I mean, think about how many good movies were supposed
unless
to come
they just make a movie and everybody's
year.
wearing a mask. That'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't think there was any Marvel movies supposed to come out this year. But think about how many movies there were supposed to come out this year that they put till next year.
Yeah, they should just do it with a mask. Like, it'd be cool to watch. Like, he'd be like, Thanos is coming. Like what? Like, I said Thanos is coming. Damn, I can't breathe with this thing.
But actually, though, it wouldn't be that bad because this thing about it, if you're smart enough, you would take that mic and instead of putting it right here or putting it above them, you would take a wireless mic, put in their mask, attach that wire around that string.
Yeah, but all you hear was just him breathing.
Oh yeah, you would hear a lot of breathing. You would hear a lot of breathing.
It'd be really loud.
You would have to have someone on audio, an audio engineer or an audio performance person who's literally like on that button going, as soon as I hear them breathe, I got to stop it. As soon as I hear them breathe, I got to stop it.
Well, good luck finding one of those. Somebody to do that every 2 seconds.
I know, right? That would be, oh God, that'd be a hell of a job. That would be a hell. Do you think masks are here to stay?
Yes. Well,
you think they're here to stay?
I think for at least another year, probably.
For another year.
A year. Well, I don't think. I think it'll be like I think give it a few months before it won't be like. Well, Florida's different. That's the thing. It's hard to compare every other state to Florida, but I think here in Florida, I'd say probably a year, but the rest of the country, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, 2 years. I think it'll be mandatory in high risk places, probably.
I think this is of course my opinion. Of course, Biden's going in office. He's gonna hopefully make a mask mandate. Even with the vaccine, I think we still need a mask mandate because we got some of these people who just don't give a damn.
Yeah, like but, it's. I mean, I don't know how like, how that whole vaccine deal plays in the hand. Like I don't know, like if you get the vaccine, are you contagious? Are you not contagious? Can you get it? Should you not care? I mean, I'm sure it would be the same restrictions. It's just now less people will die.
We're gonna get it. Yeah. But you still have to wear a mask. So I think you should wear. I think this is just my opinion. I think masks are here to stay. I don't know how permanent, but I think for a vast majority of people, they're here to stay. Because if you think about it, you have Asian countries; they've been doing this for forever.
That's why their like rates are like super low right now.
Yeah, because
like,
they're used to
a mask.
Yeah, and they're used to it, and I think they're smart. Yeah,
I don't know why I did that. Is that like when I didn't know why I made that voice? Wow, I am a hypocrite. I can never yell racism ever again.
Just that was almost as bad as you doing the eye thing, man.
God, imagine I tweeted that or something. Like that's how you end a career. Yeah, he made the Asian,
Yeah, he made the 80 Asian voice. No, he made. I'm gonna take it one even worse. And I'm doing this in mocking, so please don't hate. You made the 80s Oriental voice.
Yeah. I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut up.
But you know what? Here's one of the things, and I'll get back to the mask thing in a second. Oh, actually, I'll finish off it. I think they're here to stay. I think they're not going anywhere, because these people doing it for a long time. But
yeah, I mean, it's I'm cool with it. I think. Yeah, I'm cool. As long as I'm starting I need to get like a cool mask. Like I keep using like the disposable ones.
Oh no, you gotta get one.
I see people with like the all branded up masks. Like
I got one I got like 4 or 5 different masks. I've got quite a few. I saw this. I need to get it where it matches my clothes though. That's what I'm gonna start doing.
Yeah, I seen a lady like that. Like she had it was like almost like a scarf, but like it kind of flowed down into like kind of like a. Well, I guess it flowed down. It looked like a scarf pretty much, but it covered her nose and everything. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. How'd you get that? And I can understand what she was saying.
Yeah. Hey, no, you're not. But, we're going to do what we're going to do. So you're going to wear a mask. If you got to, we're going to have to wear them. I think they're here to stay. Even in Florida, I think they're here to stay. I don't think it's going to be as big here in Florida as it's going to be in the rest of the country. But I think 5 years, you're still going to see masks out.
Damn.
I think you're still gonna see people wearing masks just because this scared a lot of people.
Well, yeah, I mean,
rightfully so. So I think there's a lot of those people who got it, lived, but barely. They're definitely gonna be wearing a mask the rest of their life. I
Oh
think
yeah.
ones who their family
I
members
mean,
who
like
gave it to
I think
them,
I'll say
same
this.
ones. So
I
it's
think
just
it'll be
gonna
like
grow from there.
it just be your choice. You want to wear it? Wear it. If you don't want to wear it, don't wear it.
Yeah, at that point, once we get past this, yes, it should be definitely your
But if you
choice.
don't wear it, you have to
Be
show
last in
like your
line, get a
vaccine.
vaccine.
Like, yeah, you got to show that you got a vaccine or have like records. If you don't want to get a vaccine, you have to
Yeah,
wear a mask.
yeah,
And then
I
like it'll
agree
be
with
like
that.
enforced. Like,
Yeah,
you'll have like,
I definitely agree with that.
which makes
Yeah.
sense.
So I was gonna say our show is is a little too PC sometimes, don't you think?
PC, like
Yeah,
politically correct.
yeah, we can be a little politically correct sometimes. You know,
Well, you
I think
never
we're a little
listen.
too.
You never know who is watching. That's
But
what
see,
I
that's the
learned.
thing. But see, and that's the thing. We got to push that envelope sometimes. Don't you think? I mean, and of course, I want people who watch to comment and let us know if we should
Oh, I mean,
or we
I don't mind.
shouldn't. But I think we should.
I don't mind pushing the envelope. I just
You
don't want
know,
like it to bite to bite us. Like
yeah,
because they always find like hell. What's his face got in trouble? Some quarterback I forgot, but from like tweets from like 2011, he said some. He said something like what a college kid would say or
I
something
think that
teenager.
Colt McCoy kid. I think that might have been
Yeah,
him.
I don't know. Maybe him, one of them
Or
guys. But
yeah,
like it's stuff like that. And that on his level at least, that could be a difference between millions of dollars in a contract or a team wanting you or getting rid of you. Even Antonio Brown. Remember he went on a tangent just a little bit
yep.
on Twitter, and he went from one of the most beloved
No,
receivers in Pittsburgh to
to
one of the most hated receivers in
in
NFL,
all
and
of yeah,
almost was out of a job to where he couldn't get
in
picked up by a
all of
team.
football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay with pushing the envelope, but yeah, I'm okay with pushing the envelope.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying you gotta push it, and sometimes I think for and I've just been and this comes because I'm listening to other people's podcasts, other people's. Some are a little more successful, some haven't quite made it, but I'm still listening to them. And the one theme is authenticity and just being yourself and not being afraid to pass that point.
Right.
Because you this is a risk reward country. You don't without a risk, you're really not going to get a big reward for it.
Right.
And like a lot of people, they drop everything and move to New York or LA because that's where the money is as far as entertainment goes. And that's huge risk because a lot of them, most that do that don't make it.
Yeah, but like you don't want to like. I mean, like you would have to define like risk. Like you don't want to say something offensive, just
to say
get
it.
attention. Yeah, like no, don't don't be that guy.
It has to be in context.
Yeah,
Context is key.
I
Yeah.
mean, things slip. You want to be able to say something from like a point of view to where like you're also trying to learn, I guess. You're not trying to spark anything. Maybe you just didn't know any better or whatever. But I think like because there's always going to be like those whatever you call them, shock jocks, whatever you call, say things to like, oh, look at me, and then at the end of the day, it never really turns out like they have their like hype, and then it just kind of fizzles after that.
Yeah,
because eventually, because when people don't like you, man, they're spiteful. They don't forget that stuff.
Oh yeah, and they don't like you. They
forever.
Yeah, and they make sure that everyone they know doesn't like you either.
Yeah, and the days of now, like the internet and all this stuff, like you can't hide anything. Like it's not like it's in a newspaper and then it's like, all right, next day it's in the newspaper. No, somebody can just Google like whatever is on the internet stays on the internet. So it's
yep.
And the bigger you get, the easier it is to find stuff on you.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. And that's one of the things is success means you're going to be investigated, not necessarily by an investigator, but by the powers that be that really want to know. They're going to find out everything about you.
Oh yeah, everything about you. That's why when you say things or whatever, make sure like you stick to it, stick to your guns. Don't flip flop years later.
That's because they're gonna know. They're definitely gonna know.
Hell, look, I'm a Detroit Lions fan, and they ain't won anything in a very long time, so I kind of got to stick with them.
Hey, they have a better record than the Jets and the Jaguars, though. I'm just saying.
That's true. That's true.
I'm just saying.
We've been an organization for a very long time, and they have a very poor record.
Yeah, everyone wants. People was like Matthew Stafford needs to get out of Detroit. Matthew Stafford needs to get out of Detroit. I don't.
It's too late. He should have left years ago.
Yeah, I think he's in the system now. You know, he's not going anywhere.
He's not.
And even if it was, he would just be a backup. No matter how good he
Plus,
was when he came in, he'd be a
yeah.
backup.
Well, not only that. Plus, he's made. I think he's getting. He's getting big time money. So at this
Oh
point,
yeah,
I don't think he desires. I don't think he desires to win a Super Bowl with that organization.
no. I think right now is just getting paid.
Yeah, get paid in your contract whenever it's up, and maybe pull a Tom Brady, go somewhere else, and play for a Super Bowl after you already got the money.
Yeah, I mean,
boom.
So I got one more thing, then we can do Florida, unless you got something else.
No, I had nothing.
All right. Last thing I had really was Tom Cruise spoke out against, not spoke out against, but berated his staff on the new Mission Impossible movie that they're filming about wearing a mask. Apparently, some of their staff, some of their people were not wearing a mask. Yeah, I know, right? Apparently, someone was not wearing a mask, and he jumped down their crap. According to Leah Remini, the woman who did the Scientology, the Tell-All Scientology documentary, according to her, it was all publicity stunt put on by the Church of Scientology. It was all just fake. It was all just to make him look good in the face of COVID.
I was about to say in the face of God. Like, wait, I don't think. Probably. I mean, they probably. I mean, that's. Listen, I don't want to say anything bad about Scientology because I watched that documentary, and they got ears everywhere. It seems like so.
I mean, they are right down the. I mean, they are right down the street from us. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Grand Castle right here down the street.
Yeah,
they probably got an antenna that just has a 20-mile radius, and every time the word Scientology come up, it's like, wait a minute, yeah, right
got an arrow in.
Talking shit. Yeah, we was watching. We heard you. You want to go more? You want to push the envelope, huh? All right, we got something for you. Yeah, like, all right, it's coming for us.
Well, so here's the thing. So, of course, and here's where I was getting at. So, the Church Scientology speaks out and puts out a statement saying, no, we did not encourage Tom to do a publicity stunt. It's not a publicity stunt. Actually, let me not even fake tell it. Let me tell it.
I have the story right here, but
yeah,
shut up for you real quick.
Yeah, let me tell it like it. Okay, well, anyway, the story is their statement was, we didn't advise Tom to do it. We didn't tell him to do it. This is not a publicity stunt. This is Tom expressing himself. Here's my point. Have you ever thought of any other movie star ever who has literally had a church be his press, his press corps? Like, this church is his publicist, is his publicist, everything, basically. Like, all he's got to do is say, he doesn't even have to say anything.
Yeah.
He does one thing, and the church handles all the bad news, good news, all that stuff. That's unheard of.
I'm trying to be a member of that church. That sounds amazing. They take care of you like that? Like, what do you got to do?
They take care of Tom like that. I don't think they take care of the rest of their people like that. I think
Tom's
it's just him.
If I'm a friend of Tom, do I get the same benefits?
I think Tom's friend is only the leader guy of it, the Miscavige or whatever. I think he's the.
We need to take a trip to their castle in Clearwater. I drove by it. It's huge. I know what it was. I said, wow, is that where the Queen lives when she visits here? No, that was the castle of Scientology. It's beautiful, but
is it blue? I thought it was blue in the documentary, but I don't know if it's still blue.
I can't remember. No, I think it's white. Well, it was a dark, and I know they had like lights and Christmas lights and stuff up.
Oh, I bet you didn't have Christmas lights. Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, Christmas lights. Any other artists? I don't know. I was gonna say Kanye West, but I don't think he's supported by a church. I think he's just really churchy.
Yeah, he's not Scientology. He's just churchy.
John Legend. I don't know. No. I feel like everybody who plays piano goes to church.
Yeah, but you've never heard of a church being a star's publicist, being a star's everything.
But the church Scientology is different. They just hit different.
I agree with that if they did it for all their members, but they only do it for just that one member. That's it.
Well, because he's the face of it, pretty much.
So
Him and the main guy. I don't even know the main guy's name, but I know
Miscavige or
Tom
something
Cruise's
like that.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
but
of course. I mean, like it's like having like the Catholic Church has the Pope. Like he's the face of the Catholic
okay,
Church,
but that's the
right?
Pope. He's an actual religious leader who, did all
Is
this stuff.
he? Is he? Or could he just
Yeah.
be just acting this whole time? He could easily be just acting this whole time. I mean, nobody's ever like. I mean, have you seen his Instagram? Have you seen the Pope's Instagram? That dude be wild, don't he? You be in the store like, yo, what's up? It's the one and only, the chosen one. Your boy, Pope. Get it right. Yes, we out here in where we at? Where's the Pope live? At
Rome.
no,
Rome.
he lives at
Yeah, the Vatican
Vatican
is in Rome.
City. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we out here in Vatican City. You know how we do. What's up? These are my friends. Yeah, they look underage, but it's whatever. We Catholic, baby. Holla at your boy, Pope. We out. I'm like, damn, Pope is wild, ain't it?
Honestly, if the Pope were all like that, I might actually go to an actual Catholic service. I'm just saying.
Dude, but they can retire. The like popes can retire.
They can't. Yeah, there's only been done like I think twice in the entire
Yeah,
time.
but because the new guy,
But yeah,
the
he
other
came
guy
in at
isn't dead.
Pope Benedict.
Yeah,
He
he got.
just gave it up.
Yeah, so like, what do you do after that? Like, yeah, what do you tell people? Like, go on a bar, like, yeah, I used to be the Pope. No,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you're
not as
now
cool as you think it is.
you're now the past Pope. So do you still get the Pope benefits like the money?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
The
secrets,
status, the
little
secret,
boys.
yeah. And then also because they have to be celibate, while
Still?
they're priests. So I wonder once
Oh,
you've hit the Pope and now you've retired, are you still celibate?
probably. I mean,
Why?
I would hope you wouldn't have to be, but
Yeah, you're
I don't know.
done.
It's just
You
it's
did
probably
the
like a
whole
holy thing.
gamut. You
Yeah,
done.
but
You ran the whole gamut
but
now.
it's been so long. You probably didn't even. You probably be like, yeah, I don't even know if this thing even works.
Oh, they know if it works or not. Celibate doesn't mean not using,
Is it supposed to
a
look like
rosy
that?
palm or two.
I don't know. They say it's blessed. I don't know, but I dip it in holy water sometimes. Oh man,
I would say this is one of those questions, man. It's one of those questions. But I don't know. This was weird to see a whole church come out in support of one person, one star.
Jesus.
But yeah,
So is Tom Cruise
maybe,
basically Jesus to Scientology?
yeah, it might be. He might be there
Hmm.
born. He might have been their born again savior for Scientology.
Mission is possible, I guess.
Ah,
Right?
there you go. There you go.
Drum set.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah, you ready for Florida?
I'm ready, man. I am born ready.
All
Here
right.
is hot as shit. I'm hot in here too. Like I have a hoodie on. Like it's cold outside. I have a hoodie on here, but I'm like sweating through my hoodie. And I have a
I get
shirt
it.
underneath.
Look, you got the
Yeah.
hat on because the hat's keeping being as shiny as my forehead is
Yeah.
right now.
Well,
Like,
it's just
bam.
my hair is just doing its own thing right now. You know? So I just gotta keep it covered because I don't want it to be a distraction. Plus, the Lakers won a championship, so I don't like to wear champions on my head. You know what I mean? It's like the Michigan hat on the ground because they suck. Yeah, I said it.
Boy, you're gonna have your boys coming after you from back home. You know it. They're gonna be like, you said what now? Oh, and you think you can come home and eat some of this food and drink some of this drink and not get clown? Oh no. That's not how this is gonna work. You said
Man, I ain't
Michigan
worried
what
about it.
now? Nah.
I ain't worried about them.
Talk big right now while you're not home. While you're not back at home, you talking big.
I ain't worried
Talking
about
big
them.
style. When you come back after the holiday, you got a black eye. Yeah, I'm just saying. All right. Welcome to What the Florida. If you don't know how the rules are played by now, then you haven't been paying attention. But I'm still gonna give you a quick rundown just in case. Florida's broken up in 3 different parts: North Florida, Middle Florida, South Florida. I'm gonna read 3 stories. He's gonna tell me what part of Florida it happened in, and you're gonna play against him to beat him. Because I mean, he loses all the time anyway. So
you're right. I'm undefeated.
This same. First story. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Born ready.
Pantsless man blames public indecency charge on lost trousers.
Okay. All right.
A Florida man arrested for public intoxication didn't need a designated driver. He needed a designated pants finder. This is according to the Huffington Post.
That's a real thing, by the way.
I think it is. Robert Allen Sweeney, 56, was arrested Wednesday night after officers noticed two things. He was carrying an open 24-ounce can of Bud Light. That's it. That's a 24-ounce. He ain't drunk off a 24-ounce.
You get trouble for that?
And he wasn't wearing anything below his shirt except for sneakers. That means no underwear. He didn't have nothing.
Maybe he traded. He didn't assume. I would assume he like, okay, so you obviously traded the beer for
the pants. Yeah, okay. That would make sense actually.
Okay, all right.
Sweeney seemed surprised that officers were so interested in his sartorial selections, or I don't know. That's a word. I don't know. Selections or lack thereof, based on his alleged comments in a police report obtained by the Post. What's wrong, officer? This is him. What's wrong, officer? I live right there, and I was going to get some pants right now, Sweeney alleged. I was coming home from the beach, and I realized I had lost my pants over there, so I was coming home to get a fresh pair.
That's that. For some reason, I'd be, if I was a cop, I'd be like, as crazy as that sounds, I'm okay with it. Because I've lost stuff at the beach. I've come from the beach, like, where's my shirt? Like, like,
where's my shirt? Yeah, where's my pants though? Especially if you don't have your underwear too. I mean,
I guess if you had a nude beach, you could like almost drown, and the tide could rip your shorts off.
Pull your pants.
Like, well, at least I'm gonna grab my beer if I'm headed home. Boom. True story.
There is no record of what Sweeney did to have the pants come off in the first place. Sweeney was taken to the county jail and charged with indecent exposure and open container violation. He has been released on his own recognizance. All right. That's story number one. Story number two. Oh my goodness, this one was big. Fake ministry buys mansion at Disney World after obtaining millions in PPP funds, federals say.
Okay. All right. I think I know.
Millions. Federal investigators have seized millions of dollars from what they're calling a bogus ministry. Some of that money was set to buy a mansion near Disney World. In the wake of the pandemic, Secret Service is currently working on hundreds of SBA loan fraud cases, and they have seized over $345 million, with more than $50 million in Florida.
Wow.
That includes millions. They didn't actually just say the exact dollar amount, but that includes millions seized from Ashland International Ministry on North Orange Blossom Trail. According to the Florida Division of Corporations, the foreign not-for-profit corporation was set up in 2018 and is still active. Federal records show it received the Paycheck Protection Program, or the PPP money, in April to keep 486 workers employed. 486 workers, and you get millions. And people didn't even get money because they applied and they said the money was gone. And this place got
like that's anyway. They going to super max prison.
Yeah. However, federal complaint alleges it was a scam and a fake religious organization. It wasn't even religious at all. Like, we don't even have religion. We're just fake. We believe in carpet.
Listen,
we believe in carpet.
Cross in a mission statement. So it's our money. Anyways, I mean, I got religion.
It was created to commit fraud. The people behind Aspen are also the registered operators of Church of Florida, Inc.
Just look at what's set up.
Hey, don't look it up yet.
No, I'm not. I swear I'm not.
The complaint claims that the principals to the alleged scam, Dr. Evan Edwards, his son Joshua, daughter Joy, and wife Mary Jane, and that's his wife's name, Mary Jane. Oh boy. Used numerous bank accounts held in different names to launder the money. They took agencies $7.6 million from Make America, another $868,000 from First American Trust, for a total of $8.4 million.
That's
obtained fraudulently. So that's story 2. There's more to it, but that's story 2. Wait, I gotta tell you, he was arrested on I-95, 75. He was arrested on the highway with all 4 people inside.
What it was police chase?
I'm thinking it was. So that's story 2. Didn't say it was a
Okay.
police chase, but if you got $8.4 million, what's a little police chase gonna do to you? He's like,
Exactly. You should
I'm
have
gonna
a little
run. If I get away, I'm good. If I don't, well, I gotta pay a little fee. Whatever.
Okay. Let's see here.
Third story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the one because I had.
What happened?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this one. No, nothing. I had 2 different ones, but I'm trying to decide which one I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'll do this one. So, couple accused of stealing $180,000 from 87-year-old man before abandoning him, moving across the country. Now, the title isn't as funny as the first paragraph.
Okay.
Here we go. This is a story by ABC. A couple were arrested last week after they were accused of stealing more than $180,000 from an 87-year-old man's bank account, selling his home, and abandoning him before moving across the country. The deputy said Javier Dross, 62, and Lydia Dross, 57, were arrested Friday in Maricopa County, Arizona, after being accused of exploiting Javier's father. Deputies said the couple moved to Arizona and spent thousands of dollars of the 87-year-old man's money after leaving him with a friend he recently met in Florida. Deputies said they started investigating the couple in September after the State Department of Children and Families notified detectives of the possible exploitation. Detectives said Javier Joss moved into his father's home in 2019, then sold it in May 2020 after getting his father to sign over power of attorney. That's cold. That's cold, man.
Scheming. That happens a lot, actually.
The man told detectives he didn't know what he was signing, but since Javier was his son, he trusted him.
Yeah, family. Like when I was on mortgages, man, like
Oh,
family be dirty.
It gets even worse. Deputy said the Drosses drafted the power of attorney documents themselves, not through an attorney, and also created a do not resuscitate order after the power of attorney paperwork was signed.
Oh, so he has
he's all the way
terrible. Either he's a terrible person or has a terrible relationship with his father. Who, I mean, that's a sad situation. But
after the sale of the home, Javier Dross transferred all the proceeds into Lydia Dross's bank account, dropped off his father at his friend's house, and left for Arizona.
A bottle of tequila and said, "All right, pops."
He investigated Javier Dross also deactivated his father's debit card. Wow.
Yeah, so he had this. This was a plan, a very terribly planned. Obviously, they got caught, but he planned this out months in advance, years in advance. All right, let's see. So Javier selling his dad's house. Okay, the fake church is getting real money. Okay,
yeah,
and the dude who almost drowned at the beach didn't save his pants, but saved his Bud Light. So
that's the story you're going with, huh?
I'm going to say the first story. Well, the guy's coming from the beach.
Guy.
So I don't want to say Central Florida, but it could be. It could be anywhere Florida. I keep forgetting. Let's say North. No. Let's say Central. Okay.
Let's say Central
Central Florida.
Okay.
And then
that's wrong.
Okay.
It is South Florida and in Boynton Beach.
I was thinking South Florida. I don't know why I didn't say it. All right, whatever. Over one, it happens. It's the holidays. I make mistakes. Story 2, fake church. Central Florida, though, because he said Disneyland, and that's in Central Florida. So that has to be Central Florida. Is that right?
It is right. I was hoping that would throw you off because they actually have places all over, but that's where their headquarters is supposedly located. Supposedly located.
The highway, I think.
But well, I said I-95 and I-75. He was arrested on I-75.
Okay. Well, 1 for 2. All right, 50-50. And then
1 for 2. All right. This one
story here, Mr. selling your dad's stuff in house. Oof, that's cold-blooded. But
that is cold, man.
This is a warm tropical area, man. So I'm gonna say, I want to say South. I really do, but a lot of times when I want to say it, I'll say something else. So I'm going to say Central as well.
Okay. You got 2 out of 3 then.
Let's
Happened
go. I knew it.
In Volusia County. So you already know where Volusia County is at.
Yep. And now you
Over in
will do some shit
Daytona.
over there too.
So yeah, you're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
That was that coldness. That was that
Yes.
coldness.
And I should have got 3 out of 3, but I let that. Like I said, I was thinking it, and then wrong words came out. But that's
As I said,
66%.
you lose
That's
every
passing.
single week. You lose every. It's passing.
Oh man. All
Oh
right. You
man,
got anything else?
I don't have anything else. How about you, sir?
I am good. I would like to say to you and our listeners, it is like I said, it's 22nd. I don't know when you're gonna listen to this, so maybe predate it, but
This will be the last show of the year.
of the
So
year. Oh my
this will be the
god, it's
last show of the
already
year.
2020. Still 2020. It's about to be 2021.
Yeah.
But we would like to say have happy holidays, Merry Christmas. If you're listening earlier, I guess Happy Hanukkah. Is it Kwanzaa? No, Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy
Yeah,
Kwanzaa.
that's
Yeah,
Saturday.
and
So
happy
just
Hanukkah too. Happy Hanukkah as
did
well.
that
You know,
end or did it
try
start?
Jewish friends, try Jewish
Yes,
brothers.
Happy Hanukkah, whenever that started, Kwanzaa, and any other happy stuff that you guys need to celebrate. Get it out now in the next week and a half. More importantly, Happy New Year. Stay safe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like, hit the bell. Apparently, that's the thing now. Hit the bell to get notified. Is that the thing? Hit the bell thing?
Yeah, you gotta hit the bell. You gotta hit the bell.
You gotta
You
hit
gotta
the
hit the
bell. You gotta
bell,
like get a
and
sledgehammer.
you
You should
gotta
be able to pick like a
subscribe.
tool. Can you pick
You
a
gotta
tool?
subscribe because you love these. Yeah, I think you should pick a tool. That'd be great.
Pick a
They
tool.
should have
Like
one
have
where
like
you pick a
a
tool, like
sledgehammer, and
a
like
little
instead of
mini
like
sledgehammer. Yeah,
clicking the bell, like you move the sledgehammer and it like bing and it hits the bell.
that'd be
I don't
cool.
know.
Okay,
If
so
you
give
listen
them
to
more
YouTube, I think that's a great idea.
like a little mini hammer, then more sledgehammer,
Yeah.
but like a mini hammer. Anyway, but like, subscribe, and like my co-host has said, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, happy just end of the year, and Happy New Year to all. And
Yep.
with that, this has been the weekly review at Sean Rock. I am Sean Nikina Torres. That is.
And I think my name is Sirach, apparently.
He's Sirach this week. He'll be Sirach the mic next week. We'll see.
Take care.
That is the weekly review. Have a good one.
Deuces.